I may be like, man, well, if they just gonna stop it right there, they didn't really show me enough in season one, so I'm not about to
Well,
go on the journey because I don't really feel like wasting my time. That happens. That does
go
happen
ahead,
with
Ant.
So I think we need to take a little bit of responsibility for this.
Oh,
And one thing that stood out to me when I was at the premiere for this show was they talked about how people who are Star Trek fans talk about how they got introduced to Star Trek through their parents.
Mm.
My mom was Star Trek, and then she sat me down. My dad's, for me, my mom, right, with Voyager. I wasn't really heavy into Star Trek until I sat down with my mom who was watching it. Started watching Voyager, went backwards to Next Generation, started watching. I did the whole exploration after she was the gateway for me. When you were watching this show, either of you, can you let me know, just honestly, were your kids in the room? Were you sitting there watching it with them, or were you kind of dolo? And that,
yeah.
right, like this is on our generation to introduce this show to our kids. And to be fair, we know Star Trek is a tough sell to these kids. These kids is different. We know they're not going to really vibe with a lot of the way that storytelling started and ended in that series. But this was, this was it.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough to get everybody on our panel. Who's trying to get Yaz to watch? He's like, I can't. It's too boring. I was like, come on, Yaz. Like, just do it. Nope. I want to do it. No. I was like, all right, fine. But yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna lie. I did the same thing my dad did with me. My dad didn't ever come to me and say, hey, son, let's watch Star Trek. What happened was I'd come in the room and he'd be watching Star Trek. And I'd be like, and I'd sit down and I'd watch too. And I became naturally interested. Now, there's other things he watched that I wasn't interested in. But when Star Trek was on, I was fixated because I just thought the whole notion, obviously, Geordie LaForge's the reason why I ended up going to school for engineering, looking at Michael Dorn, hearing his voice, and just seeing the majestic way of which his character went around the screen, seeing a weakling like Picard command a ship the way he did was fascinating to me as well, especially them putting this balding British man after this majestic Iowan named Captain Kirk, who was going around kissing everybody and punching everybody. You know what I'm saying? And now you got Picard who's in love with his doctor. So it was more of a natural gravitation for me. It wasn't as much me being pulled in like it sounded like you may have been, Ant. It was literally just me walking in the room and being like, what's this? Oh, this is cool. And if that had been the news or if it had been something else, I probably would have been like, nah, I'm good. I'll sit here and read or I'll play on my Game Boy. But yeah, I did have it on while my kids would come in and out of my cave. But did I say sit down here? You need to be in on Trek? Not necessarily. And frankly, I feel like when I do that, I feel like when I force feed stuff to kids, I feel like they don't take to it the same way. My first time bringing my kids to MegaCon, I just like, come on, let's do it. And they liked it. And so we kept going back. But I wasn't like, you look, goddamn it, get in the car, we going. So I don't know. But you're right. You have a point, though. You have a point. We do have to kind of train up a child in the way that they should grow, right? And yeah, in this particular instance, you're probably right. We probably could have done a better job. I'm sorry I got you canceled, Star Trek. I should have had my kids watch the show. It wasn't me. I'm so sorry. But we'll leave this subject on this. Like I said, we did have the opportunity to speak with the one and only Kareem Diane. And he is like becoming one of the most interesting, not characters, but just people. In my opinion, as he definitely voiced his opinion about the cancellation of this.